Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Crying Suns, Chapter 4, Through the Looking Glass. What happened last time? Well, we went to the Akibarasung sectors, their cluster. We learned a few things. First of all, that they didn't have anything really to do with the shutdown of the Omnis. If they did, you would think that they would want us to turn them back on, considering all of their gene mods have basically gone to shit and they are melting. Their skin is like melting off and their bodies are basically breaking down. It's not like the church, where the church could understandably maybe want the Omnis shut down, either because they believe that they shouldn't be enslaved or they're using it for control of the other members of the church. But we were given a hint as to where we should go next, the Kosh cluster. Apparently, the Kosh knew about something called a master node terminal, which would enable them to control the Omnis, shut them down, maybe change their programming or whatnot. So we're going to go have a talk with the Kosh and see if they have anything to do with this. Also, we've learned that Mr. Idaho here has a wife. We don't know what happened to her or if she is still alive. And we know that there are another group of humans out there called the Survivalists, who believe that the Omnis are something that we should not be so reliant upon. They think that humans have become lessened as a result of the Omnis controlling everything and us being reliant upon them. So if I had to guess, I would say that the Survivalists managed to shut down the Omnis to prove a point. Maybe they can't turn it back on. Maybe they just wanted to turn them off temporarily or something, but they wanted to prove a point, which was that, hey, we can't rely on these Omnis. What's going to happen if they go offline? We won't be able to grow our crops, to have doctors anymore, because it's all just Omni doctors. So we should probably be less reliant upon them, but maybe something went wrong. Or maybe that is not what happened. I think my original idea was perhaps that the Omnis were in the process of like constructing a new generation of Omnis using the FoldNet, and something went wrong, and because our Caliban wasn't connected, he was not affected by it or something to that effect. I don't know. But let's begin our run here. Same ship. When that new update comes out to the game that gives you, or that makes the ships have actual like additional tactical benefits, then we'll start using these other ships. But I just want to keep using the Excelsior here because, it's my first ever run through the game, and I just wanted to, have a good time. We did unlock the Genos class. 3 ghosts. Honestly, having a stealth focused ship would be kind of cool. And also, it's very annoying to play against, but I don't know how it would actually work playing with those stealth units. Doesn't matter. We're going to take Maximus. Gives us battleship shielding. We will also take, kind of like Matthias Andre. Having 3 skills means that we could possibly get better options on away missions. We could just take tactical weapons, but we don't start with one of these weapons, and just having more skills is probably just better. So we're going to have these 2 officers go along with us. We do double up on a pilot, but for the away missions, I feel like we'll stick with these 2 people here. Maximus has been a key member of this endeavor. He has been so good at giving me the good results out of away missions. I love him. These sectors were the sectors of House Kosh Bundai, Admiral. Based on what we know, the Koshes are fierce fighters, proud of their Omni tech and battleships. It won't be easy for a ship like ours to make it through their sectors and reach General Vivar to find out where the Master Node Terminal is. And yet, this is exactly what we have to do for Oberon and the people of this great empire. So maybe what we should do is focus on away missions and away mission rich sectors. So if we wanted to do that, I guess we could go up. If we went all the way up to 5, 5, 2, 3 over, we could get a whole lot of away missions out of this. That seems like it would be relatively decent. Let's do that. We'll at least start with Aderon. Wait. Where's my piece of paper? Hold on, I gotta find it. Okay, I had a piece of paper here that says Eridin and Anima clusters. Is there an Eridin or an anima cluster. I don't know the names of these clusters, but if we can find those sectors, we should, or those systems, we should go there immediately, because I don't know. On a previous run, we had those named specifically, but I don't know if it was actually something that means anything. Like, it could have just been lore or plot or just world building. We'll see. Civilian ship. Looking for good tech? I got all kinds of good tech. All legally procured, of course. What are the chances that it actually works? About 75%. Well, we have no money, so no thank you. You're one of those cheap admirals. I really wish that I could have bought something. Even if it was a 75% chance of working out, I would love to take that 75% chance risk. So we're gonna do the away mission immediately, I think. We might as well try to get as much scrap as possible, and if we succeed, we can get like 100 scrap out of one encounter. It's pretty good. Greetings, Admiral. For only a small donation to the church, I won't blow you up with my superior battleship. This is an interesting one, because if you use the special officer, you get away from this encounter with nothing. Like, the encounter's over and you don't get into a fight. I want to get into a fight because I want scrap. It's like an FTL where you have the option, if a pirate is attacking a civilian ship, do you want to take his bribe and leave? Do you want to accept surrender or destroy the ship? Do you want to say, oh, sorry, I almost hit you in this nebula. Oh, it's a dangerous place. We got to be a little bit more careful flying out here. We got to look after each other. No! Man the battle stations! Weapons officer. Trying to think of a character's name from FTL. GM-Foe! Man the weapons station! So I'm going to say don't make a donation, and then maybe we'll get into some combat. I don't make donations to causes I don't believe in. You want my scrap? Then come and get it. A scrap donation? I was only joking, Admiral. The Imperials are so serious. For the mix-up, please take a generous amount of my holy scrap instead, and safe travels. Safe travels, I think is what it's supposed to say, to you and yours. So we got 26 scrap from that. So I feel like that's the better outcome, that if you use the officer, I don't think you're going to get anything, but if you risk it, apparently you can get scrap for free, or maybe the church man would try to attack you, and then you could take 50 scrap from his ship, probably. I think that's probably worth it. So, away mission. Well, one of these is better than the other. I wish it was green resources, but we'll still make out a lot from doing this away mission, I certainly hope. Probably looking at like 60 or 70 scrap. With possibly one combat. So that should be the only combat we get. We did manage to get the battleship wreckage, so we have 90 scrap in the bank. 121. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's very good. We have enough that we can upgrade our fuel scavenging tech, which we will do on the next jump, but for now we have a couple more beacons to explore. We want to get that fuel scavenging tech as soon as possible so we can get the fuel. Imperial battleship, I could cry from happiness. Surely you all, of all people, will help my diseased colony. What happened to her? Probably some Aki experiment gone wrong. This has those gene mods written all over it. What happened? A flesh-eating bacteria broke out in our colony. Almost all of us have it. The pain is unbearable, like thousands of ants feasting on your skin. How can we help? There's nothing to do. Our days are numbered. We do have a few healthy soldiers. We could take them aboard our ship. So, I mean, Caliban probably would say no. Damn humans with their diseases. We could accept them, but again, they may have the disease. It could eat its way quite literally through our ship. If we have a specialist officer, yeah. So we don't have the specialist officer. 50-50 chance of taking commandos aboard our ship. If we take them, I don't know what would happen. Like, I don't know if we might lose additional commandos. That's what I would guess. I don't think it's going to be like a game over or anything. We have medical facilities aboard our ship. We should be able to handle it. So 50-50 chance of getting commandos. We have 157 scrap. I'm going to push my luck. We welcome you. The commandos are stepping onto the ship now. We should know within 48 hours the likely incubation period for this bacteria, whether they have the disease. Exactly. Thank you, Dr. Tahi, for not just immediately putting them in with the general population. At the very least, we're going to give them a quarantine. And you know what? We might have a 50-50 chance, and we might have a 50-50 chance of getting anything out of it. Like maybe it's 0 or 5, and nothing in between. Looks normal. Transmission from Captain Lean. Bad news, at least one of those commandos was sick. Looks like Doc estimate on the incubation period was off. I don't know why we only waited 48 hours. To be perfectly honest, I would have waited a little bit longer, like a couple of weeks. Put them out of their misery. Gambled and lost 6. So we did lose a lot of commandos. We can get some back at the Army Depot, though. But, yeah, just like, you know, on the next cluster, I guess on the next cluster we rebuild the ship atom by atom. But 48 hours is not that long for an incubation period for a disease. You would think that super scientists of the future would know that. Careful, there are pirates around here as he attacks us. Lovely. One thing that I have no knowledge of right now is what the Kosh... This is a pirate ship, obviously, but I don't know what the Kosh ships are going to have. Like, I don't know if they are going to have... Nope. I don't know if the Kosh ships are going to have... Well, they're not going to have stealth equipment because we have stealth on the Aki systems. But like, what's their deal going to be? Is it going to be back to drones or something? I don't know. So this is an interesting one. Just going to try to push my way in such a position that we can get the fighters engaging our drones. It looks like that will happen. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's not what I want to happen now that I think about it, so I'm just going to try to rush down their fighters with my frigates. At least we're in the asteroid field. That'll protect my drones from their fighters. And maybe we can... I just finish them off. There we go. Now we'll take out their frigates. Take out their squadron dock. I know they have a gun. I was thinking maybe I could get lucky and get into an asteroid field before the gun went off. It will be fine. The only annoying thing really is that they have shielding, but as soon as we knock their squadrons offline, they're not going to be able to do anything, and they will die. Yep. Oh no, they're attacking us! No, just finish them off, thank you. 41 scrap. Warring battleship. Go to the Army Depot and then leave. We do need fuel and commandos. We would like to get 10 commandos, obviously. Attention all pirates, pay your union fees. All pirates who don't will be pirated. 198. So I really, really feel full recovery. I guess prototype just gives you another benefit to your ship. Full recovery cruiser, they'll never be patched. That seems amazing. Wraith fighters having cloak, that seems amazing. Teleporting drones, less so. We could also get a gun. I don't think we need a gun. We do need fuel, we do need commandos. So we're probably just gonna buy a single ship. Dude, a cruiser that auto repairs. It costs a little more, but cruisers are so valuable for combat. I really feel like we should get a cruiser and then fuel and commandos. Now, by doing this, we're not gonna have as much scrap as I would have liked. We won't be able to get full fuel scavenging efficiency, but I'm okay with that. We can get the next upgrade on the next jump after this one. We'll just go to Delta Nunkib and hope that we can gain some fuel from the sector. Well, you know what? I spent the scrap. Let's go. Hopefully we don't get lost and run out of fuel here. I don't know what happens when you run out of fuel. I never had it happen before. Saw your ship. Any chance you can help me out? All I need is a little scrap so me and mine can get something to eat. Sorry. Exoframe guard. I guarded Omnis for House Telos. They couldn't fight for themselves. Rubicon prohibited it, so they needed humans to guard them in case other houses tried something. To be honest, I don't see I didn't see much action. Imperial laws prevented that sort of thing from happening. Things were pretty civil in those days, crazy to imagine now. I don't have any scrap. Too bad, it doesn't look like it, but I know things that could have really helped you out. I would have loved to have done something there, but unfortunately I didn't have any scrap. It felt like a little bit of a lore event. I wanted the lore. At least we did get bonus fuel. I guess that's why you should always save a little bit of scrap, maybe? I don't know. This is a main quest lore event, though. You can tell by the music change. A telestation of unknown purpose. What's a functional telestation doing in these sectors? What do we have here? An Imperial battleship and a fancy one, too. Vivar is not gonna like that. This is the NS Odysseus. I'm Admiral Ellis Idaho. I've never met an admiral addicted to Special H before, but if there's one nice thing about Special H, it's that it doesn't discriminate. I'm not addicted. She thinks you're a druggie. Maybe it shouldn't be, maybe it shouldn't, but this amuses me. I guess she thinks I'm a druggie because I said I am Idaho. What kind of station is this? In the state, it was a Special H clinic. If you had enough dough, you could receive treatment here for your addiction. So they just paid for it. It's a vacation spot. We called it treatment, but really there was no cure because once you try it, that's it. You're addicted for the rest of your life. We just gave the patients less and less to at least save them money. Now this place is really just a refuge. I was going to call it refuse. I mean, it's full of refuse. A place where doctors, travelers, and a few addicts alike call home. But you exist, a telestation out here in Kosh Bundai territory? That's right, I guess it's because the Koshes know we pose no threat. But then again, it's not like we have a binding legal agreement. If Vivar and his commanders wanted us dead, then we'd be dead. What else can you tell me about Special H? House KB Machines made it, so the Kosh manufactured it. At first it was free. The nobles said it would make us feel better about being replaced by our metal counterparts. They said it was an antidepressant, but no antidepressant I know is 1,000 times more addicting than heroin. I don't know how accurate they were, but pre-shutdown reports said at least 75% of the population was addicted to it. That's a lot of people. There's some Special H left, apparently, reserves, but only the richest and most powerful can get their hands on it. All my life I advocated not taking it. Now I think I wouldn't mind using. Might as well die happy, even if that happiness isn't true happiness. Tell me about Vivar. As I'm sure you know, Vivar controls these sectors. A supposed military genius, he rules this cluster with an iron fist. Vivar, unlike Oberon or Tetsuo to a lesser extent, is fairly new to the throne, coming into power around here only a couple decades ago. From what I understand, he was something of an outsider growing up in the house. Much more inclined to military displays than the other lords. Vivar prides himself on Kosh tech and the prowess of his battleships. And I have to admit, his battleships and his commanders are fierce. You'll want to steer clear of them naturally, but as you're still living and breathing, I suspect you already knew that. Ask about the commanders. What ships do they specialize in, please? They're just as nasty as he is, just as proud, cocky, arrogant. You recognize them by their metal enhancements. Metal enhancements? Vivar's commanders like to augment themselves. I never asked for this. To partake in the metal, or some such nonsense. In their eyes, the more metal you are, the better. I wonder if maybe these ships will just have a lot of guns. We've already talked to Caliban on this. How could Oberon have allowed this drug to be manufactured? It was illegal and there was a war against it, but it was one the Empire was losing. I believe in the years leading up to the shutdown there was talk of legalization, but with a drug as powerful as Special H, that was a tricky prospect. I've also heard rumors that Oberon himself allowed it to exist. For what reasons, I cannot say. I get it, it's a lot to digest. Do you know anything about the machines? Well, if the reports are true, some still exist in these sectors. Omnis? Functioning machines? They say they have them, yeah, they say Vivar has them, that he's using them as his soldiers to do terrible things. You know, if he did shut down all of the Omnis everywhere, maybe he left some for himself. Which is strange, because I always thought machines were supposed to do good. I mean, isn't that what the Rubicon was supposed to ensure? Not if you disable it, that they couldn't be used to harm anyone? She's right, this doesn't make any sense. Also, if there really are Omnis, I would have picked them up by now. I assume, anyway, unless they were disconnected from the fold net. We don't need a refresher on the Rubicon. Free laws. What can we do to help the people in these sectors? I'm not gonna lie, we can use all the assistance we can get. Scrap, NEON, take whatever you have. Of course, all that's just kind of a band-aid, isn't it? If we want any kind of a future, we need the machines. I know we have a complicated relationship with them, but that's the truth. I'd gladly return to the way things were before, even if we lost our humanity relying on Omnis. And even if 3 out of 4 people were addicted to a mind-numbing Kosh drug, I'd return to that in a heartbeat. Theanos Odysseus, we'll turn the Omnis back on, you have my word. I wish I could believe you, I really do. But if we really could turn them back on, don't you think we would have done so by now? I'll let you go, but before, can we help us? Can you help us? Fuck. Shit. We didn't get anything from that. So we really need this away mission to give me fuel. We're kind of desperate. Now, luckily, we have a 87 to 100% extraction of resources here. We gotta risk it. All the commandos we have, we only have 7. I'll lose some commandos to make this happen. We need fuel, and we got 2 fuel. That's fine. We got a drone. It's acceptable. 79 scrap, a drone, 2 fuel. I mean, the fuel is big. And we'll jump to these anomalies. If I can do the 3 jumps and still not have any fuel, I hope that means that we won't have any, like, super big penalties on this sector. There's no place for a ship like yours. More pirates. Like, we'll get 1 free fuel from some event and then we can just jump to the next system ahead. I don't know. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. We have frigates. We have, honestly, the cruiser, probably. I know that they have 2 fighters. They could just flank and shoot the cruiser we have, but I feel like if we can just get their fighters into a position where our cruiser can take shots, like right now, it's going to be super easy. And they made it super easy for us. Okay. It's going to be slow getting to their ship and taking them out, but 2 DPS to adjacent enemies, who cares? I mean, I guess what we should do is, fuck it. I was gonna say we should not be adjacent to the enemy ship, but we'll be able to take out their squadrons. There you go, and then we're gonna take out the ship, even if we're taking a little bit of damage over time. Who cares? Excellent. We got another flash drone. I need scrap, not drones, but you know, we can always sell drones. More fighter, or more the pirates. I'm okay with that. Not going to lie, I don't have the foggiest idea what station this is. Incoming transmission. Welcome to our casino, Admiral. Pirate casino. Must have taken it off some Ackies. Don't worry, we won't attack you. We accept everyone's scrap here, even maggot Imperial scrap like your own. No offense. And just so you know, there's more than 1 pirate guarding the casino, so try anything and you'll wish you hadn't. Send Captain Lynch to play blackjack. Or attack the pirates. Or, man, I really wish we had a spy master of some sort. So, do we play blackjack? Possibly lose some scrap, possibly win? It doesn't say if this is positive, negative, 50-50 or what. It's just a white text says require 26 scrap. We could attack them. We can get into some combat. We have some drones. Pirate ships are usually pretty easy to take out, but he said don't attack us. Let's go play blackjack. Captain, from what I understand, you're a card player. If I say yes, am I in trouble? No. Then yes? Good, I want you to play some cards for us. Think you can handle that? I'm pretty sure this isn't in my job description, sir, but yeah, whatever it takes to save the Empire, right? And then when he loses, we attack the pirates. I'm here, sir. Got all walks of life in this place. Don't worry, I've taken pictures. Sir, I've won a little scrap so far, but nothing to brag about. I can keep playing or I can bring my meager winnings back. Let's see this through to the end, Captain. I want to win the casino. We need to get a heist going on. Should I hit or stay on a 17? Stay, Captain. I like that. Good call, sir. Okay, let's see what the dealer's other card is. I'm more nervous now than when I'm fighting a scrapper. Okay, here it comes. 15, we won! Nice! Excellent. Collect your winnings and report back. I've got all this scrap now. What's stopping me from taking off and never coming back? Captain. Right, on my way back. We got 84 scrap. That's a lot of scrap. Now we attack the pirates and take their station. Should upgrade. 300 for the squadron dock. Oh, that's going to take forever. All right. Now, we will run out of fuel doing this. Again, not entirely sure what's going to happen. Hopefully we get fuel from this small encampment of men and women on that planet. Incoming message. Greetings, we're pilots temporarily camped on this wasteland, looking for a noble imperial cause to join. Okay. You're one of us, but we know nothing of you nor your intentions. If you have a moment, maybe you could explain the objective of you and your crew, and if we like what we hear, we will join your ranks as a squadron. Explain that your aim is to reactivate the Omnis. Explain that you are looking to rid these clusters of Imperial enemies. Explain that you want to help the common person as much as you can. Turn the tables and ask the pilots to pitch their cause to you. Continue on, you're not in the mood to sell your cause. We're going to reactivate the Omnis. Our ship is the NS Odysseus. We come from a planet of ice and rock, barren in almost all respects. What we've seen in our journey so far is despair, disease, and death. This cluster is no different. People are dying and can do little to save their own lives. The only hope that remains for humanity and the Empire, we believe, is to find a way to reactivate the Omnis. And so, that is our mission. If such a cause seems in line with your own, then this is the ship, and I am your Admiral. Thank you, Admiral. We'll confer amongst ourselves for giving you an answer. It shouldn't take us long. Fight me and give me fuel. Thank you for waiting. We think there's honor in your cause. We think that reactivating the Omnis would save what little remains of the Empire and humanity, but we think it's impossible. The Omnis turned off 20 years ago, and they're never turning back on again. Caliban, say hi! We will not think that we are the squadron for your ship. End of transmission. You've chosen poorly. Just Caliban, say hi. So what happens with this? Wait and refuel. I guess by waiting, the alert will spread and we will gain fuel. I don't know how much fuel we will gain. I've never done this before. Wait and refuel. I don't think we can go to another... Yeah, we can't go to another planet in the system. We have to have fuel for that as well. So, wait and refuel. Actually, before we wait and refuel, I am going to get full scavenging efficiency. I don't know if it matters. Why not do it anyways? We got 1 fuel. Okay? That's of extreme penalty. You lose out on 1 entire system you can go to, I think. But we did get 1 fuel. Now what happens if we jump forward? Yep. The alert spreads again. That is a severe penalty for running out of fuel. Good God. Scrapper containers. Let's see what we get. Fuel? Nothing? Well, at least we can scavenge some fuel, and there is a station here we can probably buy some at. We only got 1 fuel. Oh, come on. We'll buy fuel at the station, but this is a horrible first cluster. Well, I mean, our first jump was pretty okay. We had time on our hands. We built a weapon prototype. Please finish it. It's 57 scrap. It better be worth it. It better be like a high-tech gun. Sub-Zero gun. That's the one that stuns enemies. I mean, it's not bad, but really not what I was looking for. So there is fuel, a lot of fuel. We are going to sell drones, because we have flash drones. These are the ones that teleport. They teleport after 7 seconds. They have less health than a normal drone? And they're worth more. You know what? I'm going to sell the flash drones and buy fuel. We have to buy so much fuel right now, I think. So we have 6 fuel now. We will be able to get more jumps in the future. And we need that fuel. We need to be able to not get caught out again, because every time we get caught out, we just lose so much opportunity. You know, we lose an entire system of possible rewards. Hundreds of scrap down the drain from not having 1 fuel. Can't let that happen again. Do a flyby, attempt to contact. Do a flyby. They might take it as a hostile action, but maybe we'll get into some combat. Not seeing anything. Ghost place, contact the station. Automated message, yep. This is the event where if we have a fighter, we can lose commandos and gain a lot of scrap. So we will lose 4 commandos, which scares the crap out of me because there is a away mission next. But we do get a lot of benefits from this mission, I believe. We get a lot of scrap. Is it worth losing 4 commandos to gain a lot of scrap? I think so. So we're gonna do the mission in its entirety. I'm gonna skip the dialogue. We've done this before. We need someone who's able to really kill these people. Continue their search. We need a monster fighter, a monster hunter, if you will. We should just send the monster hunter with them. Like, we know what's gonna happen. We've seen these before. Okay, send the officer. We're going to, I mean, hopefully get a lot of scrap. It might be like 80 scrap. Is that worth 4 commandos? I mean, if the away mission goes horribly, maybe not. Sorry, now it's dead. 78 scrap. I was kind of hoping for 80. 78's pretty decent. So, fuel. Man, the fuel rolls have been pretty bad. An away mission with 2 officers, or 2 commandos rather, probably not that good. Kosh containers. People? More commandos? 2 fuel? I mean, it is worth it. You don't have enough commandos! Minimal 3. Oh, fuck. This is the worst start to a run we've had yet. Now, has it been my own damn decisions? Yes, but I'm also, learning these events the first time we're going through them. Man, we kind of sped run through this sector as well. That's not a good sign. Kosh Commander. A Telos battleship? Who goes there? Commander Diaz. This is Admiral Idaho of the NS Odysseus. We're looking for Vivar. Wow, an Admiral. I've killed all kinds of Imperials before, but never an Admiral. This is fantastic. It's weird that what's making her so happy is the prospect of our death. Now, I'm curious what their ships are going to have. I don't remember fighting Kosh in the past. We have, but I don't remember what they had. Immune to weapons and plasma nukes. So I guess their whole thing is just high damage. Now, we should be able to kill these enemies. They don't look that strong. 2 fighters and a plasma nuke, that's not a problem. The plasma nuke doesn't affect our battleship, and if we lose our cruisers, it doesn't really matter because they're cruisers. Can I get into the asteroid field? I can. Take out their squadrons and their weapons. They have a little bit of repair. It's not going to be enough. Okay, take out their weapons. My cruiser did have to kind of back up a little bit to hit. So there we go. Might be able to take out their squadrons again before they can launch. In fact, I think we will be able to. No, they're gonna launch. On the bright side, we have a very good loadout for dealing with this. Frigate plus cruiser. Oh no, they're not even gonna kill my units. They also missed my frigates. Good aim, guys. 384 scrap. So, not getting a couple hundred scrap maybe from the sector itself, missing out on one system entirely, missing out on that away mission, maybe pays for itself.